Hey guys, welcome to this week's rendition of Myatt Reviews. Today we actually have something different today. I have seen the two movies that we're going to talk about, and Wyatt has not. So we're going to do, and Wyatt has prepared some questions to ask me about these movies, and I have prepared my thoughts, and he's going to ask me. Today we're going to be talking about the two movies Blair Witch, the sequel spin-off reboot-ish thing to the Blair Witch Project that came out in the late 90s, I think, and Bridget Jones's Baby, a movie that in America people don't really have a strong opinion on. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Well, my first question for the Blair Witch movie, was it scary?
And that's where it gets kind of interesting because, yes, I will say yes. I mean, as it was starting out, I was really invested in the beginning. I was really interested. And because it was such a slow build, and because the slow build I thought was pretty well done, I was really expecting to sort of be blown away by the time it ended. But that's what gets interesting. Bauno, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, for sure. What was the flow of the movie like for a because I like to see the difference in between like different horror films like The Babadook, and then you have like The Conjuring. It's like what was the feel of it like?
The feel of it, well, it's a found footage movie, as was made clear in the trailers. And found footage is sort of a mixed bag in terms of a genre. I think the Paranormal Activity movies really ran it dry. But the original Blair Witch Project that this is sort of a sequel-ish to, it started the genre of found footage itself. And this movie is better directed than most found footage movies. I don't deny it is an art form. It is a lot of work to make, but the structure of the movie is where you start to get a little bit messy as a whole, even though parts were super well done.
Okay, that's cool. When so it had a good flow, you said, right?
Yeah,
it kind of scenes like bad at
individual sequences did.
Was it dead or good?
It was good.
It was good. Okay, thought you said it was dead. I was like, oh. Nice. How did you appreciate the movie? Did you like it?
Yeah, and this is where I kind of don't blow nose in the video. Your nose in the video. That's it's okay. It's okay. It's 6:30 for him and 9:52 for me, so I'm cruising, or 6:52 for him.
I like how.
But anyways,
6:30 for me, and then it's 9:52.
And I'm just like, whoa! Yeah, that's funny. I think as a whole, and there's a couple shout outs I want to give, because I'm kind of just going to go with this.
Yeah. First
of all, you have the director, Adam Wingard. I think that's his name. He directed You're Next. I haven't seen that. But the biggest one that I noticed was The Guest, which is on Netflix, a movie I was super impressed with Dan Stevens. So I was really excited going into this because his name was attached. And I will say that it was well directed. One of the issues that a lot of people have had is there's a lot of cameras in this movie, and storytelling wise, they find a way to have an excuse to have a ton of cameras, but that didn't bother me at all because the main character, or one of the leads, is making a documentary, so it would make sense that they would want to have as many cameras as possible. But as a whole, I mean, the problems that it has is that it just doesn't hold up. It's like going to Hometown Buffet. You get all excited at the specific dishes, and you get excited at all the potential you have, and you're like, oh, this is going to be great. But once you're done, you're just like, nah. And that's kind of how I felt. I mean, Callie Hernandez, as the female lead, was the only actress I was kind of impressed with. I think she might have potential. She is going to be in Alien Covenant in the future, in La La Land, which is from the director of Whiplash, which looks fantastic. But as a whole, just the way it's stringed together ends up being pretty predictable, despite some truly horrifying scenes. And it just ends up leaving you with, it's kind of sad how good certain parts of it and how underwhelmed you end up feeling.
Yeah, wow. Well, you took my next question, but if you want to just give a summary of it, how is the acting overall?
See, like I said, Callie Hernandez, which was the female lead, I'm saying to watch out for her because she might have potential in the future. She was good. The main guy was all right, but there are four other characters that were just, it felt like you were watching a low budget horror movie, if that answers your question. It was not.
But was it high budget? What was the budget?
It was pretty low budget, but it was mass produced, so it was a studio movie.
I get you. All right, final question for this movie. What is your rating for it?
My rating is gonna have to be a 3.1 out of 5. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it just, as a whole, I'm not being it's a positive. 3 is a positive score, so it's just a little bit above being positive for me. But as a whole, the whole movie doesn't carry well with you after watching it, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, I get you. All right. Well, so I just watched the Bridget Jones' Babies trailer. I found it kind of funny. I actually laughed a couple times in it.
You giggled?
I giggled a couple times. But so Miles, I think the big question you wanted me to ask is, do you have any strong opinions on the movie? Are you going against the way of America?
Really? Yeah. And this is something that I saw the trailer and I remember watching it. I think it was with my brother, and I made a comment to him saying, that's something I'll never see. Just like, but what I was unaware of, and this is the stupidity of me, that I didn't know that this is actually part of a trilogy of really successful movies from the early 2000s that were successful in Britain and America. And I really loved this movie.
Really?
It was better than the trailers. I mean, you have Renee Zellweger, who I found out was nominated for an Oscar for her performance in the first one. Just the way she has this way of bringing you into the story, of bringing you in. You just connect. I just connected with her right away. She's so charming. She's so funny. You just are want to root for her, and I felt for her so strongly. You have Colin Firth, who's... Are you okay there? Yeah, this is not professional here. You have Colin Firth, who's stinking... You just feel for him so bad, and I don't want to get into spoilers. I gotta keep it quick, but it's funny. It's legitimately touching. Like, I would compare this and take this lightly, but the best thing I could call it is the Return of the King of chick flick movies.
Oh.
It ends the trilogy, and I feel like I wish I watched the first two because it had so many great payoff moments that even though I didn't watch the first two, the arcs that they set up, I felt like a triumph for chick flicks. I literally felt that way. It was fun. I'd maybe compare it to a Judd Apatow movie in that it was like 20 minutes too long. It really dragged on near the end. But my whole impression was that it was one of my favorite movies of the year. Shoot me. Call me gay. I don't care.
I will shoot you and call you gay. No, I'm just joking. So I'm going to guess your rating's probably above 4.
No. It is not.
3.8?
Nope, it is not.
Okay, what is it?
My rating for this movie is going to be a 4 out of 5.
So it's...
I like this movie.
It's not above 4. Oh.
Yeah. I liked it better than Deadpool. I liked it better than Batman v Superman.
That's fair.
I liked it better than The Jungle Book. Shoot me. I'm crazy.
Okay. Hey, I like it.
It was so good. I'm getting excited talking about it.
Yeah, seems cool. We're live, Dad.
What's up, East Coast Miles?
That's why it's
good.
Hi, how are you doing?
His teeth are white. He's looking good.
It's the lighting. It's the lighting.
I can't hear you, but
all right.
Follow.
We're doing a Myatt review right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, these are the moments that
I feel like it's like what movie is that where it's like, Mom, I'm busy, I'm doing blah blah blah. Okay.
Yeah, the whole cliche where it's like, I'm in the basement, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm making a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, now is that time. So this is a question I asked you earlier. Is there anything that you've been watching recently that before we close that you'd want to, anything that's a spin on your mind with anything at all?
Flashback to Sully. This is actually funny. I've never flown before, so I watched that movie, and then 2 weeks later, I'm going to be flying for the first time. So I'm just like low key, like right on. But I have let's see. I'm just trying to think, just narrow it down. We've actually been going through the Harry Potters again as a family, like, and those have been really fun to watch. They have this like weird mix between lighthearted but very serious, and just the way that each movie almost progresses is really, really interesting to watch. So yeah, I really appreciate the Harry Potters. They're good.
Those are great. I mean, for me, a lot of what I've been talking about is what I've been seeing. But I watched the movie Swingers for the first time, written by Jon Favreau, and I was really blown away by that. But for the most part,
yeah. Sorry, go for it. No, go for it.
No, go ahead.
I just remember I watched. I house sat for your parents while they were gone, and I watched a Clint Eastwood movie. I can't, the name started with an I. It was hard to pronounce. It was it's about the president of Africa, and that was really fun. It was,
which one? I can't remember.
It was like
English.
I
know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to look it up after. Look that up after.
But
now's the time where I'm gonna have to close. Someone is knocking on my door. In 2 weeks, we're gonna be having a Myatt review, and it looks like we're probably gonna be able to actually do one together, because Wyatt's gonna be flying down here actually to visit me. So that'll be something to look forward to. Thank you guys so much for watching this mess of art. Please like, comment, and subscribe your thoughts. And yeah, just stay tuned for more Myatt reviews. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.